Hello and welcome to episode 11 of our TRR Video Insights from the Round Trip, Tyre Recycling and Conveyor Belt Summit, presented by Tyre Stewardship Australia and Tyrewise. Our subject for today's instalment is Mike McSaveney, the Executive General Manager of WM New Zealand North. WM New Zealand is a registered partner for Tyrewise and provide an end-to-end tyre collection and recycling service. We kick things off by asking Mike to talk about and describe WM New Zealand's tyre collection operation.
So WM New Zealand is we're New Zealand's largest waste and recycling operator. So we have operations right through the whole value chain, from collections, from transfer stations, recovery facilities, through to landfills and composting. So a really broad range. Within that, the tyre recycling business and tyre collections is an important part of that. We're collecting tyres from essentially across the North Island of New Zealand. Most of what we collect is in our own trucks, but we do have an owner-driver fleet. So a mixture of company and owner-driver trucks that are doing those collections for us across the North Island. So we've got a collection network, we've got a consolidation point network, and then we're pulling that through to Auckland, where our processing facility is. So we've got one large at-scale processing facility, and that's where we process our tyres.
The interview then moved on to discussing their tyre processing operations and the various applications for crumb rubber they produce.
Yeah, so at the moment we're 100% processing for TDF. So we've been in a partnership with Golden Bay Cement, and I guess our operation, Golden Bay Cement did their upgrade to burn TDF, and the stewardship scheme. We're sort of three key parts that were put together a while ago in New Zealand. It's taken a while for them to sort of fully come to fruition, especially the product stewardship scheme, but we're there now with that. But that was a big investment in a domestic solution to deal with tyres at scale. And so we've been fully committed to that. We've been behind that now for 6 or 7 years. So all of our tyres, we're doing around 20,000 tonnes a year of TDF at the moment, all through to Golden Bay Cement. And of that 20,000 tonnes, we're collecting 3/4 of that. And we're also receiving tonnes from other collectors in the market that drop off to us for processing.
So although 100% of the crumb rubber production is going to TDF use, WM New Zealand attended the roading workshop at the start of the event. So naturally, we followed up by asking Mike if they were looking at other applications for crumb rubber.
Our view of the New Zealand market is around 50% of it can go to the cement kiln. We have one cement kiln in New Zealand. So the TDF market accounts for 50% of the total market in New Zealand. The question is, what do we do with the other 50%? And how do we deal with that at scale? So the roading opportunity sounds like a great way. It's not just losing a product into roads. It's actually got a number of beneficial properties. And I guess there's some challenges with that change too. So I think it's going to be really interesting to work through those, see what can be done, how we can do it, or what other opportunities there are as well that really give a domestic onshore scale solution to the problem of end-of-life tyres in New Zealand. We're a long way away from the rest of the world. It's expensive to get tyres to New Zealand, and it's expensive to send them away again to another country. So we're really fully committed as a business, as WM New Zealand, as to how do we take these waste products, turn them into a resource, and ideally use them domestically onshore without needing to ship them again partway around the world for a end-of-life solution.
Mike then noted the disparity in rubberised asphalt adoption between New Zealand and Australia and discussed the strategies that could support greater use in New Zealand.
Yeah, I guess the interesting thing for me, I mean, lots of things are very similar between Australia and New Zealand, and then lots are quite different. And I guess the rubber and roads one is one of these where there's quite a bit of uptake in the Australian market, and very low uptake in the New Zealand market, almost no uptake in the New Zealand market. But it should be relatively easy for us to work through and understand what the differences are. And I think it's one of these things where it's getting all the stakeholders together to work out why we can do it and why we can't do it, what are the barriers or the things that we need to consider to try and come up with a solution, because there's some fantastic benefits to it that we've heard about, but also understand there's differences in specifications and technologies in different countries that have an impact on it. So I guess it's really talking to the asphalt manufacturers, the contractors, the specifiers. It's all of these stakeholders coming together and looking at is there a solution there, and how can we get it going.
Mike closed by reaffirming WM's commitment to delivering domestic ELT solutions that deliver both economic and societal value, while emphasising the benefits of the Tyrewise scheme.
I'd add, I mean, from a WM New Zealand point of view, I mean, we're fully committed to with the company, the operators that go around and pick up the waste materials that businesses and people no longer want, and we're doing an awful lot of work looking at those materials and where is their processing, where's their further processing, further value that can be extracted from it. And we've got at-scale solutions like TDF for tyres, which is going really well, and the product stewardship scheme has underpinned that and supporting that, and taken us a long way forward. And I guess the next step now is how do we do more on top of that? So we're doing TDF for the material that's appropriate for that, and then we're taking some of those higher value tyres and maybe the OTRs and that sort of thing that have a higher natural rubber content, and really maximising the value of that for other solutions.
That's it for episode 11 from the Round Trip. Don't miss the next episode with Jeremy Wu, coming your way very soon.